Watch this video here for, believe it or not, let me double check to make sure I'm not misspeaking. Yeah, December 1st, Thursday. December is upon us. Glancing at the SPY as I like to do. You had a red day today, but still hanging out near all-time highs. A little extra volume today. And our great group in chat, people pointed out, started with Jane over in the UK, that this Sunday, and I did not realize this, is sort of Italy's version of a Brexit vote, from what I understand. And uh, as Jane pointed out before the actual Brexit vote, that it could be market moving, and she was sure right about that. And you can see where Brexit happened right here, right? Gap down or ran into Brexit, then the vote, then boom, boom, huge 2 day sell off, and then all-time highs, right? So um, I think the market is kind of on hold. There's not a lot of conviction one way or another right now. So, really, really having to be picky about what we're trading. So anyway, with that in mind, keep that in mind. There's not going to be a lot of positions, I don't think, being taken, big positions being taken, long or short, into this. But who knows? It does feel a little sketchy out there, so just keep that in mind. I want to watch SPU again. It was on watch for today, and came down a bit on lower volume. There were no trades in it today. I didn't call any. I didn't see any setups. But it goes back on watch for tomorrow because it's still hanging out pretty strong, and this one can really move at times. SGY had this pop that completely round tripped yesterday. And then today, an inside day with a strong close. There's today's rally, and you can see that big pop yesterday. So I kind of like it, right? You got the big green, the big candle that looked like it was reversing, and next thing you know, it's right back up. So you've got two catalysts, in my opinion. A break of today's high is 495, and then that might get us through 520. Which was the high of that spike. And then over that, maybe a move to 6. So it's a pretty good setup here in SGY. Keep in mind, I'm just a day trader. I am only looking for ways to make money tomorrow, right? I'm not in anything overnight ever. LEI, really nice 2 day pop here. And then kind of just grinding lower. And then bigger volume than on this 2 day rally today to close at a dollar. Where did it close? $1.53. And had a high of 160. So this one might have a continuation day tomorrow, maybe red to green. I believe it's a low-priced oil and gas play, and USO is what I use for oil. Pretty darn strong breakout today. Something to do with OPEC. So I'm gonna watch LEI. So DRYS, dry ships. I tweeted this yesterday that it was on watch, and somebody messaged me on StockTwits, I think it was, and said, well, are there shares available short? Like, they assumed that I'm only looking to short this, and I didn't say that in the video. I said I was looking for a potential long. When things get beaten down enough, right, when you make a move, again, this should have never been $100, right? But when you make a move all the way back down to where it started from, within, in about a week's time, 2 weeks' time, whatever it's been, it's time to start watching for a bounce, right? So anyway, dry ships had a really nice late day rally. News that somebody bought 100,000 shares the other day or something like that. And you know what? It closed fairly strong. So and I actually pointed this out to the room when it was flagging right about here. I did not make an official call. I didn't say, hey, over this flag somewhere around 480. I like it. I was thinking that. I ended up not trading this either. I already had my daily goal in the bank and didn't trade it either. So kind of feel like a fool in that regard. But look what it did. Just ripped. And with it holding that gain fairly well, you can't really go by the daily here, so let's go back to 15s. It really looks good, maybe over 5.5 for another leg. So let's keep our eye on dry ships and really all the shippers tomorrow. Gene, let's go back to the daily chart. An inside day, closing nicely. Had a big pop yesterday and had a pretty strong day today. I'll show you how Jane, again from the UK, pointed this out when it looked like this. She saw this little volume spike. And I typed in the room, Jane, I like it if it gets through 2. She typed in the room, I agree. And what happens? It gets through 2, and it ends up going all the way to 230. So more than a 10% move from there. It did come down and revisit the 2 area, but never really stopping out below the actual trigger candle. Anyway, GENE to me is worth watching again tomorrow. URRE goes back on watch. No trades in this one today. But it's holding up pretty well after kind of breaking out from this little tight range here. A little bottoming tail today. So I definitely want to watch that one tomorrow. This one's a little obscure. ATOS had a nice pop here. Then consolidated. Then a nice pop attempt here. And then actually today tried to get going again. You can see the midday pop on a little bit of, a little bit of extra volume. I'm not in love with this because of these two topping tails. If this one would have closed stronger, I would love this chart. So it's funny how that works, but because of recent action, I'm definitely going to watch ATOS. All right, SCON. Had this on watch for today, and then it gapped up, taking some of the wind out of the sails, right, and closed red. I just want to watch it tomorrow. I'd love to see it gap down and then a red to green or something like that, but who knows? It just goes on a chart. Can't tell you exactly what I like because it might not give me any kind of setups that we look for. VBLT gapped up yesterday, popped a little bit and sold off again today. So now you got 2 red days after the gap up. Pretty low volume today. I'm watching this one for a potential turn back up tomorrow. PZRX. Another red day, but a fairly narrow range after this huge pop. So you got 2 days lower on declining volume. Sometimes you get this would be a 4th day play. Sometimes you get a nice pop, so I want to watch that one. And then lastly, SKLN goes on watch again. I have no idea why my charts are so slow today. You had the big pop back here. Remember, I had it on, take today's candle out of it, I had it on bounce watch because of the big 2-day push after a great recent action. And now I just got another red day. Okay, so that just goes back on watch. No trades in it today, just goes back on watch for a potential bounce tomorrow. That's it. I'm not in love with this list. Trading isn't great right now. It's good. The group in the room is amazing. There's always somebody spotting something. So in a way, I'm a little bit spoiled because I know even if I can't find something, somebody will. It's the best teamwork in the planet in my chat room. I know that sounds self-serving, but I absolutely mean it. You'll never see a better group of people working together to spot something. So there's literally no day where I think, oh, I bet we don't find anything to trade. There's always something to trade. Hopefully, I always hope that I'm one of them that finds one of the setups. But I'll be watching all these charts I just showed you, and we'll work together as a team to build a gap play list in the morning as well. And hopefully in the first 2 hours, I can get my daily goal and then relax, right? So anyway, enjoy the rest of your night. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.